After taking a pretty long break from covering this topic, I'm excited to finally bring you part 4 of my investigation into the disappearance of Kenny Veach and the mysterious M Cave. If you'd like to watch parts 1, 2, and 3 before this, you can find the links to those videos in the description. Throughout this series, I've really done my best to explore various details and certain possibilities that most sources have not addressed. But now, nearly 4 years after this story surfaced, far too many questions remain unanswered. Did this cave actually exist, and what really happened to Kenny? Personally, I'm inclined to trust the opinion of the person who likely knew him the best in the time leading up to his disappearance. And I'm referring to his girlfriend, Sharon Pilgrim, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to add to that, but nevertheless, I'll go deeper into that, specifically in part 5. There are a few other things that I want to talk about here in part 4, one of which being this question. Given the fact that quite a few people have tried to locate the M Cave, has anyone else looking for it actually disappeared? Also in part 4, a recent development has some wondering if the military is in fact trying to hide something in the area where Kenny was hiking. Supposedly, Nellis Air Force Base will be expanding its perimeters to encompass the entire area Kenny hiked, effectively rendering that section of land permanently closed to the public. So, are the rumors true? Well, let's find out. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through everything I had planned for this video, so let's start with what is likely the biggest question on everyone's mind. Is the military actually going to make the area off limits to the public? Unfortunately, I was unable to find a definitive answer one way or the other. In fact, even now as I record this narration, I'm not sure if anyone knows the answer quite yet. Let me back up real quick and explain where this is coming from. So, lately I've been following a fabulous channel called Explore With Us. They've actually made a couple videos about Kenny Veach and the M Cave, which of course, I particularly enjoyed. A few weeks back, they uploaded a video entitled, "This YouTuber Searched for a Mysterious Cave and Vanished." This video, a link to which can be found in the description, was extremely informative and was one of the most comprehensive videos I've seen when it comes to Kenny's personal life. But I wasn't quite sure what to make of one claim in particular.
All still out there somewhere on those mountains, and here's the important part. He's probably never going to be found because guess what? The Nellis Range is taking over that entire area soon, and soon it will be off limits to everybody but the military. So let's go back. Being 100% honest. So again, that's another mystery. Does a cave exist? Something we don't know. We may never find out because like I said, Nellis is taking that entire area over and we're not going to be able to get out there.
Okay, they usually do a pretty good job in terms of fact checking and making sure the information in their videos is accurate, but I need to hear this straight from the horse's mouth. I reached out to them on April 30th asking for the source. I haven't heard back yet, which is fine. I mean, they have well over 500,000 subscribers. Quite frankly, I would have been a bit surprised had they gotten back to me. So I figure my next step should be getting in touch with folks who actually live there and ask if they know anything about it. This was quite easy thanks to the internet, social media, and all sorts of other modern things that our great-grandparents would have likely considered some sort of funky voodoo. Basically what I found was that some of the locals had heard something about this and others had not. However, no one seemed to know when or even if these plans would come to fruition. One of my contacts, who himself has become an integral part of the story, was particularly helpful in directing me to the most up-to-date information. And of course, I am referring to Sean Neil HORLACHER. He sent me 3 links, all of which can be found in the description. One of the biggest points of opposition to the proposed takeover is concern for the well-being of local wildlife, particularly that of the desert bighorn sheep. According to the Sierra Club Toyabe chapter, 88% of the Desert National Wildlife Refuge, 1.4 million acres, was recommended for wilderness by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in the 1970s. Known as the best remaining undisturbed example of a diverse Mojave Desert mountain ecosystem, the Desert National Wildlife Refuge should continue to be managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to conserve its high-quality wild landscapes and protect the abundant amount of wildlife that thrives in this wild corner of southern Nevada. The network of graded roads and structures the military proposes would destroy the precious wilderness qualities that this area currently possesses. At approximately 452,000 acres, the Sheep Range is the single largest remaining intact, undeveloped landscape in Nevada. The military expansion would destroy its integrity as a sanctuary for bighorn and other wildlife. Many in the area have also expressed their desire for the land to remain public, so that anyone wishing to experience the unique landscape and rare wildlife indigenous to the area will continue to be able to do so. And such appeals appear not to have fallen upon deaf ears. The push to save the encompassing wildlife refuge has garnered strong bipartisan support. For the moment, Nellis appears to be losing its battle to take over the Sheep Mountain Range. Even as these efforts appear to be paying off, the best I can tell, a final decision has yet to be made. So, the elephant in the room remains. What exactly is the military's interest in the area? Are they trying to hide whatever Kenny stumbled across? Or is there a much simpler reason for their interest? As Sean pointed out in one of our recent correspondences, considering the 3 military bases triangulating over the range, it would be naive to think that there are not underground ops connecting them. I agree. If you haven't watched my other MCAVE videos, I go into that specifically at length in part 2. Now, in my preview video, the general recurring theme brought up in the comment section was a strong desire for me to have this video up as soon as humanly possible. In the interest of doing just that, I've decided to shelf the other main talking point I had planned for this video, that being whether or not we know of anyone else who had gone missing while looking for the MCAVE. I feel the military's interest in the area is a far more pressing, immediate concern. My priority will be covering any new developments, if and when any new information comes out. Otherwise, I'll address the other talking point in part 5. Special thanks to Sean HORLACHER for his help in putting this video together. A link to his channel can be found in the description, and I strongly encourage everyone to check it out and subscribe to him as well. In addition to covering the MCAVE, Sean delves into various aspects of health and spirituality, and I've really found his videos to be quite interesting. I'd also like to give a special thanks to our newest patron, Elizabeth Shinsky, and to all those who support me on Patreon. Words cannot express my gratitude for your going above and beyond to support this channel. Hey everyone, Drew here from Mad Cat Mysteries, and I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, you can click on the subscribe button below. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.